Hey guys, I'm going to this is Jimmy from Primer Is Best. I'm going to try to make this a short video. Somehow this beautiful day has gotten away from us because, like my wife says, once you ever leave the house, then you've got the day's gone, which is true. We had to run a bunch of errands, and we're trying to work on my mother-in-law's VA stuff. She's a veteran from the Korean War, and she's in a assisted living, you know. She had a massive stroke, if you're new to the channel. I mention that quite often. So anyway, it's been a great day today. I got to see my friend GM1038 on YouTube. Please check out his YouTube channel, because now he brought this 78 C10 truck back to me. Goes by the name of Billy James. And he's took my 1984 Chevy C10 truck, short bed, 354 speed, to his garage to have a few little things done to it. Say, hey, she's pulling up weeds.
Jim, this is your street, and I thought, well, I'll just replant it over here and this bog stuff.
We save weeds and plant them. Anyway, I'm tickled to death to have my 78 C10 truck back. Billy James, it's changed a lot. Y'all probably can't tell it, but Brian lowered it some more. Changed that hood that was on it. The hood that was on the truck, I know y'all's heard me say, if you're a long-time subscriber, that it's took 7 trucks to make this. Now you can count another one, 8. This hood was going to the scrap pile, and Brian had a friend. His name's GM1038 on YouTube. His name is Brian. He came by Brian's garage, and Brian said, "What you gonna do with that hood?" And he said, "I'm taking all this stuff in the back of this truck to scrap, trailer, whatever it was." And so Brian snagged this hood. And to me, this is perfect. Somebody has fixed it. I'm going to show you the hood real quick. I mean, it's a rough old hood, but it lays flat. By that, I mean a whole lot flatter than the one I had on here. I'll try to find a picture of Billy James before Brian fooled with the truck. But this hood is perfect. Dang, it's hot up. I'll figure that out here in a minute. Anyway, somebody's fixed it underneath, and I don't know, to me it just looks great. This looks like the same color as the 75 C10 truck I had, Sky. Do y'all remember that truck? I sold it about a year ago, along with 4 others, to Rob Pitts on YouTube. But anyway, this is a 78. Somebody's going to say, well, that's a 79 hood. Well, you're right. Billy James had a 79 hood before, the old hood, before Brian replaced it. Now, I got the first hood that was on here, I got it at the junkyard, and it just so happened to be white, but it was really, really bowed. So it was really bowed, where they notoriously split right down through here, and it was a 79 too. I'm one of those kind of guys. I'm into patina style, shop truck, whatever you want to call it, junk truck, whatever. I'm into it. So this hood is perfect. Let's see, it's been lowered. I was going to show you. I now have red seat belts, and a clock is still working. I hear it. I got a stereo now, and it's got a remote with it. And I told Brian to just drive the far out of this thing, and he did. And he said he wouldn't be afraid to go to Florida in it. Brian will tell you in his videos, if you watch them, GM1038, I've ordered new trim. I never could find a complete set of used trim, and if I did, it was so far away. So I just decided, just go ahead and spend the money. Spend the money. Keep the economy going. So I have decided to, I've ordered new trim parts, and when I get them, Brian is going to put them on, and he's going to adjust the bed. Like I said, Now it makes 8 trucks it's took to make this one. And the name Billy James, it's a real person. I know I've told y'all this before, but in case you're a new person, Billy James is a real person, and he was in the NASCAR circuit, somehow affiliated with Dale Earnhardt before he passed away. And funny thing, Brian was telling me, or maybe I heard it in one of his videos. That's how I did. I heard it in one of his videos, Brian's, that Billy James' sister is a better NASCAR driver than Billy James is. But Billy James was always in trouble with the law, and so when he owned this truck, like I said lots of times, he'd jump ditches when the law got after him. Sometimes GM 1038 Brian would be after him, and Brian said, I've seen him just jump a ditch, go into a cornfield, and just take off it. And this truck, when I got it, was beat all to crap. There wasn't a panel on it that was straight, honestly. I've replaced the fenders, doors, bed, all the insides. Of course, the hood was junk. There was no motor or transmission in it. I'm telling you all this, and the tailgate, I had to come up with another tailgate. Bought new bumpers, all new brakes, all new exhaust, anything you can imagine with something that's kind of junky. Anyway, I thought I'd tell you a little bit of background story on this before everybody starts laughing at this old truck. But man, I'm just so happy with it. I think I got the keys with me. I think I do. We'll give it a shot. And we've been gone, seemed like most all day, running errands. And Brian adjusted the carburetor, and dang, I knew there was a reason why I wanted you to hear that. The starter, Brian put a 4.3 starter on this. It starts so much better, and he said if you go to the auto parts store and you go to get a starter, he said just get a 2000 model. Hang on, guys. Okay, I had to have both hands to open this hood, but it didn't have a motor and transmission, and Brian and his dad freshened up this motor. It's got a 400 turbo in it transmission that come out of Brian's big block truck that had just been rebuilt. Like I said, new brakes and everything. But like I said, Brian said he wouldn't be afraid to drive this thing to Florida. Said it's a good running truck. So I'm real proud to have it, and I'm glad to have it back home. Sorry, I should have told you I was shutting the hood, and I forgot. Anyway, it was cold. It's been sitting here half a day or more, maybe more. Anyway, I'm going to redo this truck. Let me tell you this one more time. I get sidetracked. There's so many things I want to tell you, and then I get sidetracked. I'm going to get new trim. Brian said when he gets the new trim at the fall rod run in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and that's in the middle of September, he can take the truck this back and adjust the doors, the bed, and everything. This truck is, like I said, there's when I got the truck, guys, there wasn't a straight panel on it. This truck was junk, absolutely junk. But it's the story about Billy James is what attracted me to it. This truck was on a truck going for scrap. All that was really left, well, was the cab. Honestly, the doors have been replaced, everything. One door's got let's see, can't remember which door it is. This one. One door's got a speaker, the other one don't. I mean, I bought a junk truck and replaced the insides with a seat, carpet, dash, everything like that. But I mean this, and the sun visors, it was originally blue. It was white with the blue insides. I replaced all that because the insides were junk. And I mean, these are not the right door panels. I know that, but that's all I had. I mean, you just kind of do with, if you watch this channel, you're watching somebody that makes do with what he has. So, but Billy James, he drove, if you watch Brian's videos, he said that this old truck has more stories than most other vehicles do. I mean, as far as things that this truck has done. And that's what attracted me to this truck. I'm also going to order this piece here. This is the only rust spot in the truck. I'm going to order this piece and see if Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop will put that in for me. And then I should be done. I mean, with body repairs, you know, rust repairs. The rest of it's been fixed. New cab corners, you know, new bed. Not new bed, used bed. This is off a wrecked truck. Just watch my older videos of this truck when I first got it. Billy James, 78 C10 truck, Billy James. But I'm just so proud that Brian put a new starter on it. And adjusted the carburetor. That's a new carburetor. He adjusted it some more where it's a little bit better and lowered it. Put a better hood on it. I love this hood. Now, here's my thing. Okay, looking at the hood and looking at the truck, what would you do? Would you paint the hood white or would you just leave it like it is? It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of, I don't know, bluish green colored. I don't know if it shows up very well on this phone. Let me stand this way. Kind of bluish green. But somebody spilled something. That's cool, isn't it? I'm into this stuff. So I could, of course, blue doesn't go with red on the insides, okay? So I was thinking about repainting. I rattle can all my trucks that I have, cars, trucks. Several years now it's been trucks. But I'm thinking about rattle canning the whole truck again and getting rid of some of the patina. But I thought maybe I was asking my wife, I said, I think I asked Brian too, I said, should I maybe paint the fender a different color and, you know, kind of let it go along with the theme of this hood? I don't know. I'll leave that. Y'all can answer in the comments. Should I paint the hood white and repaint the truck and maybe cover up some of this? Not all of it. I like this, but not all of it. You know, just some of it. My wife says I kind of have a little bit too much patina going on here, but I was just thinking, you know, if the sun was shining on it, you know, it might, see, it's kind of, I made it where it's kind of darker right in here where it kind of comes out. Does that, you know, scuffed it up here like it's been a work truck. This truck has been beat to death. Beat to death. Like she says, I have too much right in here. What do y'all think? Should I just repaint all that and repaint some of this and just leave a few, one or two spots, or what would you do? I'm just getting your opinion. I'm not saying I'm going to go with it, but I'm just getting your opinion. I always value constructive comments. So I'll have to look and see what shade of white I used on here, because I actually forgot. There's all kinds of shades of white and black and gray and red, you know. So I'll have to look on my older video and see what shade of white I used. But I don't know. I'm just kind of attracted to that, the way that hood looks. It reminds me of my another 78. I've had more 78s for some reason than any other year. My 78 C10 truck, Old Dookie. It was my very first video I ever done on YouTube, and I have several videos of that old truck. It was a long bed that had been cut down to a short bed, and somebody had stuck a step-side bed on it. and it was going to junk. It was on a trailer fixing to be hauled off, and I begged my friend, actually my friend begged me, Jimmy, don't buy this truck. But I did. And my friend GM Tim 38, once again, him and his dad stuck an old wore out 307 in it and a 350 turbo. And that old 307 was wore out, but that was a good running old truck. Oh my goodness, I wish I hadn't have sold it. But anyway, you can look at my very first video if you want to. And as you're looking at it, I had just had knee surgery. So my wife was trying to get me to walk. My knees are messed up, so I had knee surgery on one of the knees, and you know, I was limping around trying to. My wife said, "Why don't you do a YouTube video and come out here and walk around Old Dookie and you know, move your leg, move your knee," because I was in pain. So I did, and now you're watching Primer Does Best. But yeah, let me know what you think about this old truck. I'm really impressed with it. It sounds good, and Brian said he was, you know, going a little above the speed limit, and it runs just fine, and he said he'd drive this thing to Florida. So if Brian says it's good enough for Florida, it's... Pardon me? Oh, my wife said if you didn't hear, I think the whole neighborhood did. He said he'd drive it to California. It's that good a truck. So looks can be deceiving, guys. And he's drove this thing everywhere. And before he brought it over here to me, he took it to the dump and dumped off all his garbage and at the landfill. So must be a pretty good truck. So I'm real proud of it. I'm proud to have him for my friend, and Charlie, his dad, and Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop. Tim is on Facebook, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Type in Gas X Chop Shop. Axe is A-X-E. Gas X Chop Shop. And I think you'll find both of those two fellas very interesting. Charlie and Waylon and Corey, we're all like we're all like family to me. Right?
Yes.
Delayed reaction. I like doing that to her sometimes. She does me the same way too. So it's lots of fun here. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you'd do about the hood. Would you paint it white, or would you just kind of, I don't know. I'm going to walk around the truck some more, give it a day or two. It's getting late in the evening. I'll probably watch this video a time or two to see how many mistakes I did make. But pretty good old truck. I'm real proud of it. And poor old Brian, he was real quick. He said Billy James, he cut that radio slot out, and I get so tickled at him on his videos. He said it looked like he had took a chisel and just chiseled out that spot. But I asked him to put a radio in there, guys, and Brian, I mean, and he done a great job, didn't he? I mean, that looks really good, and it works. So now I have a radio and a new speaker under the dash. I don't really care for them being in the doors. I wish I could have got the other door that day that matched this one, but you know, like I said, some of the parts I bought for this truck that were actually white, like this truck is born white, were actually off of a long bed truck. And you know, I told him I wanted Defenders, blah blah blah. I was naming off all this stuff I'd like to have, but I just didn't have enough money to get the other door. So I said I'd come back the next day, but when I called him, he said he'd sold it. So that's the name of that tune. So that's what happens sometimes. And, you know, we just do little bit as we can, but this old truck's come a long way. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy the way Billy James looks. Now, I'm going to try to include a picture if I can remember to do it. If I don't, forgive me. But of what it looked like before it went to Brian's. But it looks so much better lowered. We come up the street in this cat-eye truck, and I forgot the truck was sitting here, and I just about, you know, I was, oh man, I love. Then I realized, well, hey, that's my truck. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. You're watching Primer Does Best. If you'd like and subscribe, I certainly would appreciate it. And I'm on Facebook, Primer This Best, Instagram, Primer This Best. And I hope y'all's having a blessed day today. Don't forget, I got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget, and I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. If you'll like and subscribe to both, you won't miss nothing. Let me know your comments on this 78 C10 truck, Billy James. It looks kind of cool the way it is, doesn't it? My opinion, but like I said, I'm shop truck, patina style kind of truck. You can't hurt it. All the stuff, even though this truck looks bad, I mean, we saved its life from it. It would have been crushed by now had we not done something. If I hadn't bought it from the guy that was on a truck taking it to the scrap. The only reason I bought it because it had a title with it. And I said, "You got the title?" He said, "Yes, sir." So I bought the truck. And even though it was clunked out, clapped out, beat up, run through the briars and back, just crap, it was here it is today. Go ahead and laugh. I don't care. It's ours. It's paid for. And y'all have a blessed day. Check out my friends, okay? GM Tim 38 and Tim Dixon on Facebook. Gas X Chop Chop. Now that freaked me out. I always tell her, I say bye. And she freaked me out and said, say bye. Thank you for being my wife. I'll have to pay her later. She gets an allowance. Y'all have a blessed day today. God bless y'all. Hope y'all will tune in and catch another video. You won't miss nothing. If you like and subscribe, please give me a thumbs up. It helps my YouTube channel grow. God bless y'all. See you later.